bug hunting isn't just for white hats anymore.
So Matt, you have a story on a service that helps malware writers improve their software security?
Yeah, this was kind of an interesting one. This comes to us from Krebs on Security. So if you've ever, run your own service or written your own code and wanted to look for vulnerabilities in it, of course, there are people you can hire to try and find those vulnerabilities for you and try and up the security of what you're doing. The criminal underworld apparently is no different, and there are people who will do the same thing for you for your malware. So this is especially important for people who are buying malware services or malware from other people because, there's no honor among thieves. Some people will write malware and sell it, but include their own backdoor or include some way to compromise the person they sold it to. So there's all sorts of backstabbing going on. And so if you can pay someone to find those sorts of problems ahead of time as a criminal, you get an advantage and you don't get, tricked by somebody you thought you were doing business with. So what we're seeing here is an article, again, from Krebs, talking about a particular service. Somebody named RedBear runs this underground site where you can do this. You can submit your software to this guy, and he will, for a fee, find the security flaws and find all the little backdoors that have been hidden inside of it, which is kind of interesting. So much the way that you would see a white hat security researcher finding vulnerability in somebody else's software and then sharing that with them and then eventually publishing a blog post saying, here's how smart I am, I found this security flaw. They do the same thing, and they'll post about high-profile malware tools that they found flaws in or they found backdoors in as a way of sort of selling it. And Krebs goes into the history of this service, the people involved, which is, these usual sleuthing. But I found it most interesting the fact that this guy exists and does this for a living. He's basically the one-man bug bounty or the one-man pen tester for a whole bunch of different criminal enterprises and their software.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. You mentioned like the responsible disclosure, right? Where if he found a bug, he wouldn't actually disclose until the malware was patched, which was interesting. Mm-hmm. And like you said, it's software, right? So all the similar pipelines and tools that are available. I wonder if they use static code analysis and fuzzing, right, and regression tests, right, to improve what the quality of their software. So it's definitely an interesting article. And just to show you, software is software, right? You need to make sure that there's no vulnerabilities and bugs, or they'll get exploited, by someone else.
I think it might be interesting. I wonder if the guy who runs the site RedBear is actually, some people may give them back his code that he has sold to people in malware and might actually have to review his own code. I wonder if stuff like that comes up, because I know a lot of these bots and malware are probably sold on the market to be used.
So anyway, I thought it was a really interesting article. If you guys want more details on, this service itself and the folks involved in it, which is, also an interesting read, I recommend you go over to Krebs' site and check it out.